What's up, guys? omegaZ here from the omegaZ Nation, and today I have a battle against the GalaxyGrubs, aka John from the GalaxyGrubs. Check him out in the links below, and basically every Saturday they do Pokemon streams on viewer battles, so I was able to have a battle against them, and I'm going to play here and basically narrate it. Okay, let's see. It's gonna send out his Sableye. I went for Toxapex. Okay. Overall, it was a very fun battle, but he goes for the Mega, so that adds a lot of bulk there. So I was thinking it was gonna be a stall match there, but he went for the knockoff. The Citrus Berry, it didn't really matter since I had Recover, but then I went for another stockpile and he switched into his Dodrio, and then this was my biggest mistake. Wait, so it goes for Haze. And then I just recover because I didn't know what it was going to do. I should have used Toxic. But now I had no defense. And Toxapex is kind of squishy without Stockpile. But once it has Stockpile, it is good to go. So he was badly poisoned. I should have. Well, I couldn't because he took out way too much. So I was already going to go down. But what I wanted to do was Liquidation because of the Merciless ability. It always lands at a crit. And he has a pretty solid attack to squishy Pokemon. Then I go for Ampharos. Now he's going to lead in with a Brave Bird. That's going to do a solid almost half, but not enough. And then I go in for the Cotton Guard. So then he is going to go for Haze, which allows me to get off a Charge Beam. Which I should have probably used another Cotton Guard, seeing that he would have probably went down or fainted by Toxic. But that's okay. So then now he's down. And then he sends out his Mew, which is a big problem, seeing how tanky it is from his other battles. So then he goes in for a Psyshock. That is going to do massive damage, but then I do something meh. It's kind of a waste of a Z move. I should have probably went for like Gigavolt Havoc, but I went for a Z charge so I could get a +2 special defense to hopefully take a hit, which I do. I was hoping there. So then I get off a Dragon Pulse, do about a quarter of damage, leftovers, heals up, and then he's just going to take me out. Oh no, he has switched into his Mimikyu. He went for a Swords Dance. So that was a free break because I had a plan for this thing. So I went in for a Charge Beam. Got rid of that Disguise. Then he heads in for a Shadow Sneak. Takes out my Ampharos. I go in with the Cloyster. Seemed like the safest option. Goes for a Shadow Claw. I survive, which is going to break the sash. But then again, he can't Shadow Sneak him. So that's good. He heads in for a Shadow Sneak. I barely survive, which is perfect. And then I start Icicle Spearing, which is going to do massive damage. With a stab +2 on attack, special attack, and speed. Boy. Cloyster is fun to run with the skill link ability. But then here I'm like, what do I do? So I go for Icicle Spear with, since it has stab, because the other two didn't. And it is a steel flying, but since it's steel, I couldn't use Rock Blast and get super effective and KO it because of the steel typing. So then he just heads in for a Brave Bird and KOs us, which I wouldn't have done, seeing the recoil damage. But hey, you still get a KO. In the end, it's all good. He has leftovers again. Yep. I go in for my Crocodile. Crocodile is so good. I outspeed into the Stone Edge. He avoids the attack and goes for a Brave Bird. Going to do almost half damage. Leftovers are going to heal him up, but I still outspeed. So then here, I'm going to go for a Stone Edge. Land it this time. Get off my Moxie boost, which is really good. Because Crocodile is all about brute power. Now, look what happened here. Hidden power. Boom. Now, I'm assuming that was water. So, or water fairy, something like that. But it took out the Crocodile, so we didn't get off some insane sweep. But now, we got a beast. This is what pretty much wrecked his team to even up the game. I went in for a D-Dance, and he was like on his stream, which you can check out in the link below, I think. Yeah, in the link below you can find his stream. But I survived that barely, almost having it, which 2 would have knocked me out, but I could have survived actually 3. So then I just get off a EQ here, and that's pretty much the brute power of Salamence. And then he went in for Sableye. I was like, well, this thing is bulky. I have to get it out. So I go in for an EQ, and it takes about half. And then it burns us. So I go for a stupid move here. And go for the double edge, hoping to KO it. But then it goes in for the Snarl, which I barely survive. And it lowers my special attack, which this is a physical attack, so that's good. And then I barely survive all of that. But I'm able to take it out since it doesn't have Shadow Sneak or any nonsense like that. I think he might have I think he was going for Recover. But then the burn, we barely survive it. So then he heads into Mew. And once the Mew comes out, I'm like, I have to do my most damage with my highest attack and move is Double Edge. So I just go for that. Hope the best. But then the downfall was it had a Roost. So even if I did damage, I wouldn't have survived the burn. So now he's almost full HP. And then I go for Ninetales, and he's like, Now my Ninetales pretty much, like, here at this point it's 1-1. I go in for the Aurora Veil. I don't want to take serious hits. This thing might have Dark Pulse. You don't know. So he heads in for a Calm Mind. Building up his bulk, and his attacks are now pretty good. So he is at +1, so I'm like, you know what? The hail's going to hit him every turn, but he's going to get leftovers up. So what I'm doing, I'm just going to go for my own Calm Minds till we're even, and then I can start attacking, which will do neutral damage since we're at even stats. So I go in for a Calm Mind. Now we're both at +1, but he goes for 1, which means he's a stat ahead of me. Which kind of sucked there, because I had nothing to do about that. I could have attacked, but honestly, with the special defense, it would have been way too bulky for me to take out. So then here, I just kept going for the Calm Mind till the turn he stopped, and then the next turn I would start using Ice Beam, which surprisingly didn't do anything, but he did have special defense. So neutrally, I would have lost if he just kept using Psyshock. And yeah, just stalling out with the Calm Minds. This turn, he goes for a Psyshock, which, look at this damage. Now, I should have went for another Calm Mind and then Ice Beam, but I still wouldn't be able to KO, because this turn I start with the Ice Beam, and I want to see how much I do. That's how much I did. And then Psyshock just wrecks. And picks off the KO. Somehow, it did more than last time. I don't know. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like on this video and subscribe for more daily videos. And make sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter in the links below. Check out the GalaxyGrubs as well. And I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.